me explain a little bit about this game, since I've been playing it for a little while now, and I feel like I owe you, somewhat of an explanation of what this is. Mech Warrior is basically, obviously, it's about piloting mechs and, running your own company. You're running your own mercenary outfit, paying bills every month, just trying to go as long as you can, essentially. And if you run out of money or you go bankrupt, obviously you lose, and that's the end of your run. Point of Mech Warrior is you are a mercenary outfit. You are going around doing missions for different people, being hired for contracts. Sometimes they're long contracts, kind of like the Kestrel Lancer ones that I just did. And other times they're like 3 missions long, or can be anywhere from you're going and you're trying to find someone and rescue them, which I'm going to be doing here soon for Davian, or you're trying to take out a bunch of mechs so that a group can capture them and add them to their army because their leaders aren't doing their job right, so they're taking things into their own hands. Or at one point coming up, after I do the rescue mission for Davian, there's going to be a point where I'm going to end up having to be like the bodyguard for a presidential candidate or whatever. They're about ready to have a vote and people are trying to assassinate him, and I'm going to end up like trying to protect him or help the people trying to protect him. Different things. If you're into the story, that's great. If you just want the gameplay bare minimum, basically you're doing a bunch of missions, trying to gain money, trying to expand your mech collection as much as you can, and as you can see, I got plenty. I didn't know I had 5 crabs. Huh. Anyway, and mechs always vary from light mechs. I think I'll pull a light mech and medium, and I'll pull one of each section out. Wolfhound will be the light one. I'll pull a locust out as well, just so we can show size difference. Okay, and then as a medium mech, Shadowhawk, and I know I have some Centurions here. Where are you? They're all up here. And that's the heavy mech. I already have a couple heavy mechs here. I have 1 assault mech. No, I don't have any assault mechs out right now. But I don't want to use the Atlas as an example. Where is it? Where is it? There she is. Alright, so anything that is like, you see the little weight thing, the NSR, not NJ, and then on the right there's the 94.68 and the 95 with a little weight symbol next to it. That is tonnage. If I would use this mech, it would cost me 95 tons. Even if it's not like fully to weight or anything, if it's undertone or whatever because of weapons, if I don't use the full amount, it still counts as a 95 ton mech for a mission. So if I would take the Night Star into a mission that I could only have 175 tons. Actually I do believe I'm about ready to accept a mission. Yeah, this one says 175 tons. If I would take that, that would be 95 of that 175. So I would have to... all the other mechs would probably have to be tiny mechs, like this Jenner here. It's only a 35. That is a light mech. That is actually like the highest weight a light mech can be before it turns into a medium mech. Then you have these locusts that are only 20, but you see how tiny they are? Light mechs are meant for speed, not for, you know, long, drawn-out battles. So if you're in a light mech, you're trying to avoid enemy fire. Usually they can only have, like, small, short-range lasers and machine guns and little weapons like that that don't do a whole lot of damage. They are meant mainly for destroying buildings and bases and stuff. And missions where you need to get in and get out, or lead an enemy into an ambush, because that's a mission too. There is a mission where you can only have up to 40 tons, period. That's the whole group. So the most you're going to get is maybe 2 locusts. I think there's something called a flea that might be 15 tons too. That's just a tiny bit tinier than the locust, but if the locust is that tiny, look how big this one is. This is an assault mech, 100 tons. That is the maximum tonnage for this game. In other games, there is a tonnage of 120 sometimes. But in this game, I'm pretty sure 100 is the highest. And the maximum tonnage you can ever have in a mission is, I think, 400. Because obviously, for 100-ton mechs, that only goes to 400. Mechs will vary in speed. Usually assault mechs are slower. This one is the slowest one in the game. It's called the Annihilator. I hate piloting it. I have it green because one of my friends, one of the first people I ever played online with, he loves the Annihilator and he always paints his mechs green, so I named it after him. It's called Kronos because that's his gamer tag. So I'll pull this out occasionally, but not very often. As you can see, it took a bit of a beating last time I used it, and I haven't repaired it yet because it costs like 3 million to repair without weapons being added. Assault mechs can vary from like the King Crab. Ignore the paint job; they vary. King Crab. Marauder 2, which is a very, very rare mech. I'm hoping to get another one of these in this upcoming mission. And Annihilators, basically anything big that's like 100 tons, anywhere from 90 to 100 tons, I consider assault mechs. 100 is definitely assault mechs. I think heavy mechs, like this Battlemaster, go from, I don't know, 65 up to 70 or 85. Did I put all the Thunderbolts away? That was dumb. Yeah, another assault mech that I captured during the Kestrel Lancer crusade. I now have 3 of these. And then, you know, medium mechs, they go, obviously, anywhere from 40 up to 60, I think is considered a medium mech. Maybe 65. I haven't quite got that down yet. But this Archer is 70. He's a heavy mech. That was, again, I've already said it a couple times, my very first heavy mech ever. Love him. Use him until the day I die. Or stop playing the game. Whichever comes first. The point is, there are different rates, and sometimes you have to mess around with whether you're going in with a full lance of medium mechs, 1 heavy mech, 1 medium mech, and 2 light mechs. It all depends. It all depends on the mission. Like 35 light mech, 45 medium mech. I think from 40 up is medium. Until about 65. Anywhere up to 35, I believe, still counts as a light mech. Maybe 40, I'm not sure. I'll just go ahead and figure this one out real quick. Where is my Black Panther? No, 35 is the limit for light mechs then. Yeah, it gets a little crazy, but I think you get the. I think I've nailed that point home. Alright. Next thing. The missions I usually focus on whenever I'm just out and about doing random missions, I usually try to look for this new feature called the Mercenary territory. If I enter this territory, right now, there are two missions here. One that has a 600 something payout, and then one that has what looks like a, I can't actually see it, so I'm going to say 3 million or higher payout. If it has a 3 million or higher payout, that means I'm probably going to get invaded by mercenaries after I enter, or like right after I complete my mission. But that means that I have a chance of salvaging mechs that I might not have seen on this area otherwise, because the mercs bring their own gear, their own paint jobs, everything about them is their own thing. And that's why the payout is always so much higher. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this mission, just because that is a lot of money. 4 million with, yeah, we're good. 175 tonnage. Probably should have actually fitted some of those light mechs with stuff. What can I do? What can I do? Stop it. Load him up with something. Keep in mind, I'm only using him for one mission because he is not, I don't usually like using light mechs unless I absolutely have to. Thankfully, he's a laser boat, so... That's not even right. Alright, so then we'll take you and you out. Because he's gonna overheat if I don't. Sacrifice 2 guns for... Go ahead and wait, and alright, here we go. See what I mean by balancing out the tonnage? Instead of 175, I went 170 just to stay under. You can go above the tonnage limit, but then you're going to lose reward points and stuff. And if you go too high, you're practically gypping yourself of everything. And I'm not losing out on a mission like this.
Target to somewhere within this vicinity. We have marked their most likely whereabouts on your map.
Okay.
That bounty is as good as ours.
3 buttons. Are we going to get invaded now, or are we going to get invaded later? We're probably going to get invaded later after the mission. That's alright. Right now, it's a targeted kill. I have to find and kill someone.
New target, Vindicator.
Crow's nest. We've got fresh meat
Found him.
inbound.
Positive visual on the target, Commander. I've marked it on your track screen.
Wasn't expecting this to be the target right out of the gate, but okay. Night.
We got our main guy. Good job. friends arrive.
Target destroyed.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the mercenary group's going to ambush me at that evac site. Like, that's a trap that I'm going to be walking into.
Target acquired.
Enemy mech.
But they're probably going to be light mechs because of the fact that this mission was lighter than I thought it was. Sorry.
Critical.
Tango down.
Target acquired.
Something about that mech, even though its weapons always suck, I like the Vulcan. I don't know why. My uncle has a hard time fighting them. He said that they are one of his worst enemies. Hello, Vindicator with an axe.
Critical.
You want to come home with me, buddy?
System offline.
Tango down.
System
My core
offline.
is going crit. Time to eject.
Oh, no, don't go crit rain from me, please, 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 please don't do this to me. Okay. Hopefully I can salvage him. Melee variants are always fun to collect. Yeah, you can punch, but if it has an axe or something, it does way more damage. Yep, here we go. Here they come.
No dropship for you. Hunt them all down. No escape.
Wow, these guys are just nice.
Enemy ship landing at your location.
It looks like there's only gonna be two, so are they gonna be worthy?
Target acquired.
A Vulcan and an Assassin. Yeah. Oh no!
Tango down.
Destroyed. Target acquired. Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
Worthless, no good.
Sorry, I think. Thanks for the money.
Target acquired.
I'd say thanks for the mechs, but both of those were worthless. I don't mind assassins. I have a melee variant of the assassin that you get with the Hatchetman quest, which is another one that's about to come up. I could do it now, but I choose not to. The only issue is, the assassin literally has two weapons, and it's a small laser and a medium laser. And that's it. It's not exact. I think it's only a 40-ton mech, and it can't hold a whole lot. So, while it's a decent little mech if you're doing hit-and-run operations, however, it being a laser boat does not help its cause. If it had like a machine gun and didn't overheat automatically, it would be a little more doable. But light mechs and pilot, in my opinion, when it comes to heat management. Well, you see the little bar next to the main map in the center of the screen, the bar on the right? That is my heat management. Watch what happens when I fire my lasers.
Target is down.
You've already seen me overheat. That bar gets too high, I overheat and I shut down. If I shut down in front of an enemy, well, you've seen it happen. I know you have.
Target acquired.
Problem is, I don't always watch and I get a little too trigger happy. While you don't run out of ammo with lasers, again, they just overheat you. That's the trade-off. You can have unlimited ammo, but then you're going to burn up faster. Or you can have ammo limitations like missiles and machine guns, but your cooldown won't be affected as much. You'll still be affected, but it won't be as bad as with lasers and PPC, propelled projectile cannon or whatever. Take out this Irby real quick.
Target destroyed.
I better eject.
You lost a little more than firepower there, pal. I hope I can get that Vindicator with the axe. That way I can have 4 axe wielders now. 5 if you count my charger, which is a heavy mech. Hellhounds. Oh, that was the first time I met them in this campaign. There he is. You will be coming with me, but ooh, I can take a Vulcan and this? Don't mind if I do. I might be selling the Vulcan, or maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. But this is from the 4th DLC. It's a melee variant, so not this last DLC, but the one that came before the Mercenary DLC, which is why I'm so glad I'm able to get. Excuse me. All right, that mission's done. Oh, priority transmission. What could this be? I've never done this campaign, so I was going to go save the Davion people, but this one I haven't done yet, and I've been waiting on it, but I need to prepare my mechs before I accept that. Okay. You were only out for a demonstration, don't need you, don't need you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna need you. I might need you. You're too broken, so no. I just got you. Be a little while before I get to use you. Okay. You again were demonstration, don't need you. Only reason I'm keeping the Jenner and the Blackjack out is because I don't know what type of mechs we're gonna need, which is why I'm also keeping this guy out, because I don't know the tonnage that I'm gonna be running into. So what do I want to give you? What can I give you firstly? Okay, so apparently I can't give you an AC-20, but I can give you a heavy rifle? That makes no sense. I don't do long-range missiles unless I absolutely have to, because if they're the last weapon I have, I can only use them with lock on. And let's face it, I don't like being a sitting duck, so give you an SRM-6. Oh, I bet you were my first one. This has to be my first Centurion because it's undertoned. Okay. SRM. SRM half. Okay, and then double heat sink. Take one of you away in favor of another double heat sink to get your heat up. This is essentially a shotgun, so if anyone's gonna be piloting this mech, it will be me, just because that weapon there, I got it off the Annihilator when I first got it. Like, it's highly, highly valuable. Yeah, I'm not putting a PPC on this thing. Not happening. AC-20, AC-20, AC-20. Gauze, gauze, gauze. LRM, LRM half. And I think I'll give you 2 single heat sinks. Okay, that's 1. I have 3 months, that'll take 44 days, so that one will be ready. Now, time to load up my baby, because I love this thing. And a lot of people don't even know how to find this mech, so the fact that I have even one of them just makes me so happy. So happy. The only issue I've ever had with this thing is I never... You know, I always have extra room. Still, for it being a laser boat, unlimited ammo, it's a sniper mech, it has 2 of the highest level medium lasers, a second highest, I'm sorry, they're level 4, not level 5. And it has jump jets, meaning it can get up to higher areas, and because of all the room for the heat sinks, it's a heat regulation. Yeah, heat regulation. That's the one I'm looking for. The heat regulation is always dead on. I'm not putting hammer fists on because if they're that close, then I'm not using this mech properly, and this is a long-range mech. It's not supposed to be up close and personal. Fully armored. Yes. 71 days, still plenty of time. It'll be done by the 3rd month. You're already set. I think I'm gonna bring at least one other crab, maybe 2, out and get them set up. Huh, I didn't realize I did it to 2 of them. Good. Good. I think that was the first one I painted just to mess with it. No, no, no. Load out. I'll end the video after I'm done preparing these guys, just so you know, get the gist. I know you've seen it in other videos, but I wasn't explaining what was going on in other videos. As I said, I don't know what I'm going to be up against, so I'd rather have a contingency plan at all times, have the right mechs on hand. I'm a little iffy about giving all my high gear out, especially to the AI. However, I would rather have my guys actually able to fend for themselves rather than, you know, getting their butts kicked. You see how it says LRM-5? That means that there's 5 missiles that launch it. If it was an LRM-15, it would launch 15 missiles, or so on. Okay. Like before, AC-20, AC-20, AC-20. LRM. Gauze, gauze, gauze. I actually need to take off of you real quick, because I just realized a big hiccup. The heat management is horrible. Double heat sink, double heat sink. It's better than it was. You're good to go. I need to go check out that other crab because I feel like I messed up on it. Loadout. I'm glad that I didn't use any time up yet. AC-20 and gauze. Again, obviously this is for the AI. They always seem to manage their ammo a little bit better for some reason. Maybe they're just not as trigger happy as me. LRM-5. Because I don't mind using the lower weapons to give them the strong stuff. Double heat sink, double heat sink. Gauze, gauze, gauze. LRM. AC-20, AC-20, AC-20. Okay, so this one actually has a lot more room than the other one did. However, I don't remember putting double heat sinks on it, which is why I came back and redid it. Double heat sink, double heat sink. I feel a little more comfortable now with that. I don't want them overheating and shutting down in front of enemies. This one will probably have 2 AC-20s because I don't know if I have enough gauze cannons. And I'm not taking off my Night Star to give. I don't really like burst fire. It uses up ammo too fast, in my opinion. And it's harder to control. I don't know, maybe I'm just a wuss, but whenever I use burst fire, it always, like, the recoil is massive. Whoever pilots this one is definitely going to be loaded. Okay, that's my assault mech group. I'll be in this thing, they'll be in the crabs if need be. Medium mech is set up. I already have... Do I have 2 Battle Masters? Yes. I have the Aqua Wolf and I have the unnamed one, which is the same paint job as my Urban Wolf. Originally called the Final Vision. I might name this the Urban Wolf and take that back to being called what it used to be. Alright, I think we're set, and I forgot I got you, baby. I don't know if I'm gonna use you, though. I don't know. Next time you see me, I might have that Crusader decked out, but for right now, catch you in the next one. Thanks for being with me. I hope I was able to explain something, teach you something about it, but here we go. See you in the next one.